On February 24, 1980, Ray Johnson went to Graceville, Minnesota to look at the Stearman for the first time. In spring of 1980, the Stearman was delivered to the farm field at Ray and Helen's Lake Charlotte home. The fuselage frame heading into the basement of Ray and Helen's home to begin the restoration process. Instrument panels have been installed and electrical wiring has been started on the birdcage. Ray's daughter Judy and her two children, Aaron and Andy. Aaron and Andy were Ray's helpers when they came to visit. They spent lots of time handing Grandpa tools and observing his craftsmanship. Ray sitting in the cockpit for the first time with his son, Donnie, his right-hand man. The wing ribs arrived from Illinois and the wing assembly began at the Crystal Airport. With the help of many, including photographed Wes Gatsky and Ray's son Donnie, the wings began to take shape. Ray and friend, Wes Gatsky, observed the freshly covered wings. The next project was to build the center section of the aircraft, which would later hold the gas tank and attach the upper wing. Ray's friend, Tom Ocean Bauer, is pictured getting started on the very first stages of assembly. Building the center section of the aircraft was a tedious task. It took many days to slowly wet, bend and compress the wood in its place to properly form each intricate detail. Ray and friend Louis Nelson prepared to take the fuselage outside to trial fit the wings. Grandson Andy was there to help too. Friends and neighbors, Don Kramer and Mike Schmidt, helped to trial fit the wings in the upper driveway of Ray and Helen's home. The fuselage was brought back inside for fabric covering, then sent to the Crystal Airport where Pete Kroll, known as Pete the Painter, gave the Stearman her iconic look. In 1999, Ray and his friend, Dane Russeth, drove out to Okmulgee, Oklahoma and picked up the 450 horsepower Pratt & Whitney engine. In early 2000, the engine was hung with help from friends Don Kramer and Bill Singer. When the engine was fully installed, they brought it outside for its first startup to make sure it was running smoothly. Ray, with his brothers, Harold and Walt, fitting the cowl on. Grandson Ben, testing out the cockpit, before Grandpa takes the Stearman up for the first time. Ray and friend, Dane Russeth, shaking hands before the wheels left the ground for the first time on October 20, 2000.
As it flies away.
Shortly after the first flight out of the Crystal Airport, Ray's Stearman made its home at the Buffalo Municipal Airport in Buffalo, Minnesota. The Stearman spent the next 20 years with Ray. It became symbolic of the town, and traditions were born as people in Ray's community had come to love the little red airplane. The Stearman was known for flying over Lake Charlotte every 4th of July to start the boat parade, and it was part of the Buffalo royalty's tradition to take a photo with it at the annual pancake breakfast each June. Ray's family and friends loved to get the call that a Bluebird Day was upon us, and he was looking for someone to join him for a ride. Ray's great-grandchildren Avery, Hudson, and Julia all had their very first airplane rides in that beautiful, cherry red, open-cockpit biplane. Sharing his passion of airplanes with others, family, friends, and strangers alike, has continued to bring purpose and joy to Ray.
Okay, this feels like home now. Hi, folks out there. My name is Ray Johnson, Buffalo, Minnesota. Been in aviation all my life. I was born 1932. You do the arithmetic, okay? Airplanes were easy to come by then, you know, $400, $500, $600 or, you know, $1,000.
When did you buy this particular plane?
1981. This is, you know, World War II stuff now, see? Well, this is a Stearman designed and built by Lloyd Stearman in the 30s. They built like 10,000 of these during World War II. I think I could say that maybe 80% of the people or the pilots in World War II learned to fly in a Stearman. It took 20 years to rebuild it because, you know, it needed a lot of rebuilding. I had to take it down to just, I call it, if you want to say, the bare bones. From ground up, it looked like a new airplane again. I first flew it in October of 2000. If I said there was 100 people, there probably was, just because I think people driving by on the road saw, well, what's going on today at the airport? I think they actually stopped in, so.
I bet you're a pretty popular guy around here with people that want rides in this airplane.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta ask, you know, what's going on here. But anyway, yeah, all you have to do if you got a seat empty is make a phone call, and chances are you got somebody, yeah, let's do it. This is a gift book of those that have had their first flight in this airplane. So the last I counted, it was like 330. So I fly it almost every chance I get. If you like it, you just keep on trucking, right? You know, it's been said for a long time, you sleep 8 hours a day, you work 8 hours a day, it gives you the other 8 hours driving to and from work or mowing the lawn or whatever. So if half your life basically is at work, well, I'll tell you, find something you like to do. Yep, Don's going the other way. Clear.
Where's your first stop? I don't know. Well, yeah, I'll pick a spot.
That's not your old 170.
Oops, sorry.
What a good story.